welcome back to our Sudoku Topology series with puzzle D3, where it looked like we're going to have some sort of cylinder. I think, yeah, we did do one on the cylinder before. Okay, so we've got a cylinder, and it's a pure arrow puzzle. So we've got 3 arrows to fill in, and the boxes are, let's see, we've got the rows are boxes. The sort of weird sideways slices one way, and the weird sideways slices the other way, that are sort of like wind like halfway around the grid. So we'll have to comprehend what on earth that means as we continue. However, the easy ones to understand are the layer cake ones, which are each layer of the cake is a region. And so here we only have the digits from 1 to 5. So now we've got to sum these two and get a number that's at most 5, but it's certainly at least 3 when I do that. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the common trick is to say this digit has to go somewhere in the bottom layer of the cake. It doesn't go on its own arrow. It doesn't go there, so it goes in one of those 2 places. I'm not quite willing to go there yet, but probably will be in time. The same is true that this one is a 3, 4, or 5 because these 2 appear together in one of the stripy layers. Bear with me while I find which stripy layer. Okay, I swear they appear together in one of the stripy layers. Am I crazy? I swear this is one of the regions. I must have just moused over it like a million times. There we go, that one. They appear together in that one. So this is also a 3, 4, 5. And I now am going to actually mark these cells that are along the arrows, and this is also going to be true of these, as 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I, of course, can't put a 5 on an arrow that's going to sum things. So that doesn't have anything to do with regions or anything. Like this arrow, maybe this arrow can be 2, who knows? It can't be because those 2 are on one of the circles. But I noticed that I have a lot of cells that aren't 5 because these things sort of collided along this. Okay, so this is also 3, 4, 5. Okay, and these 2 arrow circles see each other around that. These 2 arrow circles see each other around the layer cake. These 2 arrow circles, I think, don't see each other. So I think they could be the same. But this one in particular, I'm going to just mark it. This one's the most constrained because it sees both. Okay, so I'm going to start asking if things can really be 1, 2s. Okay, here's a deduction that I can see. I think this is similar, believe it or not, to what we did last time we were on this one. Please hold while I flip through everything 6 times until I find it. Where does 5 go on this? It has to go in one of these 2 cells. So one of those 2 is a 5, and I noted that because that means this circle can't be a 5, because whichever of these is a 5, it sees that one. So this isn't a 5. These aren't 4, and in particular, one of them now has to be a 1. I can't get away without making one of them a 1. Or I will have issues. Okay, and the same thing is going to be true along this spinny diagonal. I think this is going to be spinning the wrong way to be this spinny diagonal. 3, 4. there we go, this spinny diagonal. Same idea. One of these two is 5 for that diagonal. And whichever one it is, that one is not 5. And so these two digits can't be 4, and one of them is definitely a 1. I won't give a color to mark the one of these is definitely 1 when it's an arrow, I suppose. Okay, so that does give me a digit, because now I know one of those two is 1, and those look at that cell via... let's see if I can get better at actually finding the thing that I'm looking for, or better at skipping it entirely, as the case may be. Somehow it feels to me like these are always going... Somehow it feels to me like these should be going opposite directions, and that's not... There we go. That one. Okay, I may not always highlight this, because at least I think it's fairly intuitive to just sort of... You just literally follow the lines from the top to the bottom. Okay, so that one is a 2, 3, and that one is a 1. Okay, and so that means... Oh, I guess... No, this is worth noting. Yeah, this 3, 4 is different from that 3, 4. Is a thing that I want to note. And I noted that in 2 ways. One is that they have a different 2, 3 on them, and the other is that they're literally involved in the same thing. So I'm going to give this 3, 4 a color as well. It can be the pink 3, 4. I don't have a pink yet. Okay, so these cells are a 2 and a 5 to finish up this swoop. Because we've got a 1 and our 3, 4 pair. So I do know there's either a 2 on this arrow or a 2 on the other arrow, because one of them is a 3, and then there's a 3 on one and not on the other. But I don't know where the 1 is on this arrow yet, I don't think. I probably will once I have comprehended slightly better. Okay, so here's another thing. This arrow now has to have a 1 on it. And the reason for that is because the arrow option that didn't have a 1 was 2, 3, summing to 5, but these can't be 2, 3 anymore. So this arrow, even if it does sum to 5, it sums to 5 as 1, 4. Okay, so we've got that over there. This cell sees both 3, 4s. Because it sees the yellow 3, 4 around this... No, that's not true. It would be nice if it was true. I should probably mark the cell where it is actually true, though. Probably not a terrible idea. I don't know. Maybe it is not a worthwhile expenditure of effort at the moment to identify all the cells that see both 3, 4s. If they were on an arrow, I would be very interested. Okay, one of these two is definitely 3. So I can definitely at least say that cell's not 3. Because it certainly sees both of those. That seems like a very minor deduction, but it's true. And it is true that either pink is on the yellow arrow or yellow is on the pink arrow, because one of these arrows is 4, 3, 1, and one of them is 3, 1, 2. Both arrows do have a 3 involved in some capacity. Let's see. Is there any way I can do better with the 5? I feel like this is probably going to have to be a 5, but I'm not sure yet. If I just count 3s in the puzzle, I know that there are 5 total 3s in the puzzle, and I know one is on this arrow. I know that 3 of them total are on these 2 arrows, because one of these is... No, 2 of them total are on these 3 arrows. Okay, this is not quite as exciting. I was going to say one of them I know is a 3-1-3 arrow, but spoiler, I do not know that one of them is a 3-1-3 arrow. I know that one of them is not a 3-1-3 arrow, for what that's worth. Let's see. I do know that one of these 2 is a 1. Let's see. I do have this 2-5 pair. The 2-5 pair actually does look at this cell. So I know that cell's, funnily enough, not a 2 either, which is the weirdest. So somehow, in some really idiosyncratic way, I've deduced that this cell is not a 2. Was I right when I said this wasn't a 2? I think I was wrong. I think what I meant to say is this cell isn't a 3. Because I said one of these 2 is a 3, so this isn't a 3. So I actually got that wrong, which is good, because I was about to mark something that was a consequence of that, but I caught it. Why is this cell randomly marked 5? I don't know. Oh, somehow I had that. Oh, this is my 2-5. Okay. Yeah, somehow I screwed that up. Okay, so this is a 2-5 pair. It looks at that, so that's not a 2. The 2-5 pair also looks at that cell. I'm not yet desperate enough to mark that. And the 3-4 pair that I know about happens to also look at this one cell over here, right? No. I said that cell. That's not that. It's this pair that is a pair of consecutive digits that look at this, that tells me that this is not a 3. Okay. Okay, I think I undid all the damage that I did, but it wouldn't completely shock me if I had not. This cell doesn't see the 2-5 pair, does it? I'm now wondering if I should just give in and mark the cells that see the 2-5 pair and the cells that see the 3-4 pair. Because this is a 1-2 or 5, because it sees the 3-4 pair, and the 2-5 pair sees that cell that I've already marked. And sees this cell, which is 1, 3, or 4. Good enough. Now, this cell can't be yellow, but it could be pink. And in fact, it is pink if it's a 3 or a 4, because it sees the yellow. I was looking for something like, if this is a 4, then it makes pink 3, which makes this yellow, but that also makes this a 5. I don't think that's immediately a problem. Let's see. This cell also definitely sees a 3, and it definitely sees a 1. So this cell is certainly from 2, 4, 5. While we're at it, And this cell also sees that 1. Oh, it also sees the 3, actually, in this sort of weird way where one of those two is a 3. Oh, okay, so that actually does something. If I look at this, I've got to let me highlight the right strand for you. This strand... Oh, never mind. Sorry, I was going to say something wrong. I was going to say the 3 along this strand, but the point is actually, it's much simpler. Why did I not mark this forever ago? There's a 1, 2, 3 triple on this strand that I swear I even noted out or in my head before. I don't know if I said it out loud, but that's incredibly much more easy. So that means that these things are a 4 or 5 pair. Okay. Well, a couple of people in the comments have said they like the longer videos, so you get to see me not notice an obvious 1, 2, 3 triple for a long time. That really helps with the longer videos, and so that 4 or 5 pair sees this. So pink is 3 and yellow is 4, which means that's a 2. It means these are a 1, 3 pair, which means that this cell now is a 4, since it sees the 1, 3 pair. Let's see. Do I want to get rid of all my coloring again? Not quite yet, I think, is the answer. Okay, so this circle certainly isn't a 4, at least. So it's either a 3. Oh, it can't be a 3 either, because if it were a 3, it would be a 3 with a 1, 2, which would assuredly break that. So that is a 5 with a 1, 4. And this 2, and so I can wrap this 2 up around here, has made that a 5 to resolve that. So that makes the green now no longer marking anything, because the green was marking a corner marked 5. Okay, and that 5 now makes that a 2 to resolve my 2, 5 pair. So now I think 2 is placed on row 2 of the layer cake, because none of these can be 2, and that one can't be 2 either because of that 2. So this is now just the 2 for this layer of the cake. Okay, this cell I see can't be 4, 5 because of that pair, and can't be 1, 4 because of that pair. So that makes this only 2 or 3. Oops, sorry. Makes it only 2 or 3, but as the thing told me when I pencil marked it, it's not 2, because there's a 2 in this layer already. So that's, in fact, 3. Okay, I do actually know that one of these is a 4 and one of these is a 4, which by Zach Wing, named after our lovely channel mascot, Zach. Zach emojis in the comments for those who are fans of Zach. That means that neither of these 2 cells are ever equal to 4. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 5, but that means this one's certainly not a 2 or a 3, just by what's already there. This one's certainly not a 2 or a 3, by what's already present in the ring. And so that gives me a weirdo 1, 5 pair over here in this direction. So that means that these remaining cells along that line are 2, 3, and 4. That one's not a 4, and that one's not a 4. So in fact, that's a 4. Maybe I just had most of the 4s in the grid. It's possible I did that in an excessively convoluted way. That is a 5 and a 4 looking up, and so now that is a 1 and a 4 going that way. I can now get rid of that blue, and I don't really need the pink anymore either, or the yellow, as we complete our journey to fill this in, hopefully. correctly. The 5 wraps around to tell me that that's the 1. Okay, that 1 wraps up there to tell me that's the 3, and that's the 1. Let's see, the 3 in the top tells me that's the 2, and the top is still missing a 1, so that's it. This band is missing a 3, I suppose. That 1 sees that that's a 5. That 2 sees that that's a 3. Let's see. This band is missing a 5. And the second layer of the layer cake is missing a 2, I think. Very nice. I do really like arrow puzzles, and I'm glad to see more of them. We saw like an arrow in the very first puzzle, and then they disappeared for a while, presumably because they're actually a fairly challenging puzzle type. But we got through that, so that's good for everyone. All right. Do please do the usual YouTube things, and please really do them. So please give the stream a like, leave a comment if you're enjoying it, telling me that you saw the 1, 2, 3 triple and that I didn't. And I'll see you all real soon. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.